Welcome back to Football Manager 2024 Surviving Luton. We find ourselves firmly at the top of the league with 52 points. The only team that's really trailing us is Tottenham there, and then Liverpool just underneath, but we are adding a more sizable lead. When you were last with us, we did beat Southampton, so we then ended up turning around, beating Wolves in the Carabao Cup quarterfinals in the penalties. So we tried everything we could. We did do a decent amount of rotation as well. We then ended up beating Brentford, Everton, and Newcastle, all 2-0 each. So Bazder, Petrola, and then Palmer and Kirodia, and then Tati Castellanos ended up scoring 2 goals within 2 minutes of each other. We then ended up tying against Liverpool, which is going to prove to be a massive difference in this league. We did tie them at home though, so we did ruin one of our home chances against them, and then we ended up beating Fulham 1-0 just to start this off in the new year. We are in 2027. We are going to face off against Norwich for the third round. But just as a quick look, we're going to show some of the transfers that ended up coming in as of recent. We did have, we'll just have to take a quick look. We did bring in O'Sullivan. He's probably going to be the only one that we really bring in this transfer window. We're probably going to be more selling, if anything. But we brought him in. He played for Tottenham this year. He scored 2 goals in 2 games, and we brought him in for one of our games, and he ended up scoring a pen. So he came out as a sub, but still in right fashion. He's going to be an 18-year-old, around 6'1", and hopefully, I mean, just look at those stats. He should be one of the players for us in the future. A wonder kid that we got for only 26 million. I'll take that every single day of the week. So he's the lone guy that really comes in for us. And then in terms of guys that we end up getting rid of, we'll just take a look. Just as of now, Kieran Best goes on loan for a 500k fee, and then Solis ends up going away for 22.5 million. Cardoza goes away for 500k, and Val goes away for 14.5 million there as well. Amanda 16 million, and that is pretty much it. So we do kind of balance out. We do have more transfers out than we do have transfers in, but our overall balance is still not really showing for that. We do have around 3 million in the bank, but we're not really going to use that. We did end up getting money for one of our coaches ended up signing to a head coaching job for around 1.1 million in compensation, and I think we're just about to lose one of our scouts as well. Yeah, not Amarim, but there was another one as well. And it does look like they want Capriel really bad, but we don't really want to get rid of him. I mean, 54 million. We didn't really have to give up nearly that much to get him. It'd be a huge fee for us, but I don't really want to get rid of him. We are more of a buying team than a selling team. So let's just jump to the game and see if we can manage to get a result for this cup game. And here's a squad that we end up picking for the Norwich game. We do have Capriel in goal, Hall, Gector, Diamande, and Malanka as our backline. Lazar and Nightpin is going to start off as our defensive mid. Astanis, Echeverry, and Palmer are going to start as our attacking mid. And then O'Sullivan's going to get the nod up front. Hopefully we can manage to get a result here. I know it's been a while. So I do apologize that we haven't played in a while. I did go on vacation and then I got sick immediately after, so I didn't really have a voice. But we are going to play a decent amount of Football Manager over the next little while anyways, so I should be able to make a consistent schedule now that I am back. And hopefully I don't lose my voice or anything like that, so not too bad, but I don't really expect a result here. I mean, I could easily see us losing this. Our focus isn't on it, so we'll just end up having to focus a little bit more on the league and stuff like that. But if we end up winning, all the better, but I'm not really focused on this one. We do have some of our starters playing, but we do also have some of our backups as well, and we're just going to try and do a little bit more rotation because we do have a very busy schedule coming up. O'Sullivan offside, but he could have easily been up there 1-0, but at least we know that we can score with him. We have needed a little bit of a rotation to as our strikers as well, because I'm not too happy with them over the most part. We are scoring more so from midfield than anything. Sullivan, nice pass to Palmer, and then Echeverry, like I just said, ended up scoring. Another midfield scores. So our strikers aren't really doing it for us, but I can't deny that O'Sullivan was integral in that goal. So Echeverry ends up starting it off. Sullivan ends up passing it. Very good pass, and he crashes the net, only to free up space for Echeverry. So very, very good. Nice pass by Palmer as well. We were looking to get rid of him, but he is starting to produce pretty well for us. So 1-0, around 20 minutes in, and we couldn't be happier. We are leading in every aspect that matters, and looks like Arsenal's tied. Arsenal's tied with the lower league team. Lazar with the corner here. I didn't even realize that we're away from home too. Palmer now with the chance. Can't quite get a shot off, so that was kind of odd. Oh no, Arsenal's now back up, but they were tied with Ultracam. Team that I wouldn't have expected to even have scored against Arsenal, even if it is their under 18. Echeverry now with the pass. Can't quite get it. And looks like we're still commanding the area, though. Palmer and Echeverry are all rated pretty high, and Diamande as well. Caprio with it now. I don't like highlights all the way from the back, but Lazar gets it to Stannis, to Sullivan. He loses it, though, and then Armstrong now gets it, and damn, Adam Armstrong ends up scoring on us. That was just pretty terrible. Sullivan showing his lack of maturity there with that opportunity there, but Stannis probably shouldn't have done that anyways. Yeah, it wasn't a very good pass for Stannis, I will say that, but O'Sullivan not really inspiring too much confidence on that one. So let's just encourage everyone. We can easily get that back. That's the only opportunity that they've had, is one that we basically gave them on our own end. Malonka now easily dispossesses it. Diamande with it, back to Capriel. I hate highlights this close to our net. It's just waiting for us to lose it. Gekter now with it to Hall, to Lazar, to Echeverry, back to Gekter. Yeah, I hate this. Absolutely hate this. It's just so nerve-wracking for no reason. Nipin back to Gekter. They're just really toying with it. It's just waiting for a mistake to happen. Diamande now with it. Just play it out wide, please. Now Palmer now with it. Running down the middle to Lazar, to Stannis, back to Echeverry, and Echeverry buries it. Definitely not offside. It's offside? What the hell? That did not look offside at all for me. And they don't even replay it. That just tells me that it wasn't offside. Let's go back. Oh my god, it's going to go the whole highlight. We're going to go back and double check this. I really hope that they show the line, but I kind of doubt that they're going to. Oh my god, they're going to play the whole highlight. Gekter to Nipin. Then we go back to Gekter. This is almost pointless at this point. Oh my god. This is a mistake, guys. I do apologize. They should have done this. Now Palmer with it. Okay, this is where it should be. Okay, he does wander a little bit offside there. It didn't look that offside. Looked like Pring ended up keeping him on. But it's still weird that they wouldn't have shown a replay like that. So Arsenal's up 3-1. So nothing really to it. Aston Villa only tied against Cardiff. Blackburn losing to Man City. Only a goal in the 6th minute. And we now concede a corner just before halftime. Never like those. Because you know there's always a fishy thing that ends up happening just before half. Either in our favor or against us. Armstrong now with the chance and scores immediately after. We're calling for a... Nope, they're just not happy with it. So both lapses in our team end up allowing them to be ahead. So I'm going to definitely let them know at halftime. I was really hoping to be able to rotate, but it seems like we're the only team that's supposed to be winning that's not. But Norwich isn't a terrible team. No, I want a much better second half. Why would I even... No, we want more. We're not going to say do it for our fans. Do it for us. Lazar now with it to Stannis. Loses it immediately. Loses it immediately. So nothing to be said about that. And yeah, we're definitely not going to end up winning this game based on how we've been playing over the last 20 minutes. And our XG is not much higher, despite still being behind. We're going to make some changes now, though. Eshveri, can't really take him off. I guess Azun can come on for him. Well, Sullivan's going to come off, or he's going to change. I think we're going to put him in where Palmer is. We're going to put in Gelhart, maybe. Actually, maybe put him where Projola is and put in Bazdar. So put in 3 there, and then Milanka might end up coming off as well. We'll go more of an attacking or more of a positive if we're not already. And we are in the attacking position, but we lose it immediately. Diamante now back with it to Nipin. Bazar I thought was going to lose it there, but somehow ends up getting it. Milanka then loses it, but gets it back. To O'Sullivan, to Nipin, to Lazar. Oh my god, and Gunn ends up saving it. We aren't ahead where it matters, so... But we're pretty much ahead in every other metric. So we're going to change this up a little bit. We're going to put in... I don't even know at this point. Guess Kotchap's going to come in. Put him in for him. And then we might want to actually go 2 striker. Go 2 strikers here. We'll make the last adjustment if we need to. We might just kind of leave it at that. We'll go more attacking right after this play here. Actually, no, we'll go attacking regardless. We'll just wait on shouting. Okay, so we're going to demand more now. Instruction, we're going to increase that as well. And I mean, looks like we might lose this game here. 6-4 in terms of shots and shots on target. But we do concede. And I swear if Armstrong gets a hat trick right now, I'm going to lose it. We end up conceding a corner here. And Lazar's going to come off. Lazar's going to come off for... Let's put in Kirodia. We like that kid anywhere, so we'll put him in 82nd minute. And we end up heading it away. Gelhart now with it, but it's going to be the end of the highlight. There's no way this is going to be us counterattacking right away. Sullivan then loses it so cheaply. Probably not wise for us to rest so much hopes on the 18-year-old in his first couple games. So I'm not going to be too upset by it. Especially since he doesn't know how we play yet. Azun now with it to Bazdar. Bazdar heads it, but right into the hands of Gunn. We're going to go very attacking now. Doesn't look like it's in the cards, though. So we do find ourselves losing potentially out of this cup fixture. And, I mean, it would probably be the earliest that we've gone out of this. Since I've probably taken over, I think. Kotchap now with it to Diamante. I thought I did don't waste time, but apparently they didn't get the memo on that one. And that was just kind of cheap. Now Diamante with it to Bazdar. No one be offside, please. To Kirodia, and Kirodia scores. It's like I knew it. So we're going to still stay positive. But Jesus, Kirodia doing exactly what we needed there. Diamande to Basder. I thought he was going to pass it to O'Sullivan and be offside. But Kirodia manages to slot it in. Gunn gets a hand on it, but it's a nice half volley for sure. And I mean, 90 plus minutes, we do concede a corner here. And it looks like they made all their substitutions. That'd be very weird if they just did it now. Because I think it goes straight to Pens. Looks like they're wasting time here. Might as well not even take it. Moreno now with it. Gets dispossessed, but they still have it. Header away. Still have it again. And we end up at least dispossessing them there. O'Sullivan now to Gector to Diamande. There's still 4 minutes of extra time. I don't know why my throat's so messed up right now. Kirodia now with it to Kochap, to Hall, to Zune. And let's see if we can get something going here just before the end. We are still on positive, so there is still a chance that we could get another goal, but it does seem like we are going to be more time wasting. Zune now with it to Kochap. I'd rather rest our hopes on... Oh, Sullivan manages to get it. I thought he was going to lose it for sure. Sullivan now with it to Basder to Gelhardt. Oh my god, we managed to score 2 goals here. Wow. I can't believe it. That is exactly what we want to see. Maybe we should stick kind of with this formation as well. But O'Sullivan, I do apologize. We do owe him a lot more. Basder couldn't get it, and then Gelhardt just ends up tipping it in. So all 3 strikers that we end up rotating, all on the field at the same time, and we managed to go up 3-2 here. Now O'Sullivan steals it again. Oh my god. And he scores. What is going on? Oh my god. Okay, I take it back. O'Sullivan, we are gonna rest all our hopes on him. Jesus. After we score, immediately takes it coast to coast and scores. We're up 4-2, and I thought about 5 minutes ago I thought we were gonna be out of this competition. And somehow just by the sheer force of will, we find ourselves up 4-2. Scoring 3 goals. And I don't even know how many minutes. I'll have to take a look at that after. Ecstatic. Absolutely ecstatic. Individual. Where is he? O'Sullivan. Yeah, you dominated today. I'm going to forget the goal that was conceded from us, but we'll have to take a look here. When were the goals? Yeah, so 90th, 90 plus 4, 90 plus 5. Jesus. Can't believe it. So we managed to end up cruising right through there. I didn't even think that was possible to score so quick, so quickly. Jesus. 107 is what we end up getting for it, but still, bank balance is around minus 14 million there still. But our income this month is pretty decent, but our expenditures is still pretty high as well. And yeah, praises me just by the turnaround. I don't even think I deserve anything for that. And then we end up facing, who do we end up facing after this? Because I think they already decided it. So 4th round, we find ourselves playing where? Aston Villa. So Aston Villa is the next team that we end up having to beat in this competition. But let's jump to our next game and then see if we can manage to get some transfers in between. After that win, we managed to then lose to Arsenal 1-0 at home. So pretty devastating, but we didn't really put up much of a fight. Gabriel ended up scoring the 8th minute. But then we then turned it around with Newcastle 6-0, a massive thumping in the first leg. So we won't even need to show the second leg at any point because it's almost impossible for us to lose more than 6-0. We'd have to lose 7-0 pretty much. We then ended up beating Leeds. O'Sullivan and Almeida ended up getting a goal there. And then we managed to scrape one by Romero scoring at the very end at home to end up putting us ahead of AC Milan, which then puts us here. We are in 10th place currently. We're just a fraction above Arsenal and just even more of a fraction above AC Milan. So that win being huge. Doesn't really matter what ends up happening here. We end up qualifying regardless. But obviously, if we can get the guaranteed promotion, that would be massive. So we do need Real Madrid or Leipzig, or even maybe even Liverpool. If any of those three teams end up losing, we do have a chance here because we do have 7 goal differential, and Liverpool has 6. So if they end up losing, best bet they're going to drop as well. But I don't really see that happening. In terms of transfers, though, we didn't really do too much. We are trying to get rid of Fedorchenko, Turns as well, Norbe, just a lot of players that we're just trying to part ways with. But we did end up getting rid of one other player, though. We didn't end up getting that much for him. Leonardi going on loan best. We then solidified that loan as well. But no one really coming in. As you can see, just O'Sullivan, the one that we ended up showing you last time. But we're still, in terms of transfer in and out this year, we are in the positive. So that is pretty decent. Our wage increase and stuff like that, it's not really adjusting very well. We did end up losing a decent amount in terms of our squad, in terms of our transfer. For whatever reason, I don't even know why. I think we end up getting it because we're signing a player next year, which I'll show you just after. So we have Capriel, Carlos, Kirodia, Diamande, Malanka, Lazar, Nipin, Almeida, Stanis, and Lucas mid, and then Bazdar up top. O'Sullivan might end up taking a spot there, but we're playing in London here, in Arsenal's home ground. So, I mean, I would be surprised if we managed to get a result here, but if we manage to get a win here, I'll be extremely happy. If we end up getting a loss, then I'm not going to be too upset. We haven't tied yet in it, and I mean, Arsenal's not doing too great. I'm surprised to see Tottenham all the way at the top. I don't know why I thought Everton, but Tottenham's still at the top somehow. Man City in second. So clearly the English teams are dominating a lot more in this competition than anyone else, even Liverpool as well. So it looks like all British teams will qualify no matter what, which is pretty crazy. Jesus ends up getting hurt somehow. Yeah, I guess we're claiming wasting time. Looks like he's back up though. As you can see, nothing's really happening so far. We do concede the corner. Barcelona up 1-0 against Celtic. And I mean, it's hard to differentiate between our fans and their fans, but he's wasting time so early on. Porto up 1-0 as well against Balboa, and Real Madrid up 2-0 against Leipzig. I didn't even realize that they're facing each other, so a win here will be massive. We will definitely qualify if we end up getting a win here. The only thing that we could have hoped worse would have been a tie between the two, but the opening's there, so we definitely need to take advantage of this for sure. Yeah, win will definitely end up moving us ahead. Odegaard now with it, and we're not really producing anything. We're just clearing it here. Kind of playing not like the team that we've been playing all season long. And it does look like Arsenal just inching their way towards our goal. We do get the interception and then lose it immediately after. So this isn't looking too great for us, I will say. We get it back again. Almeida now with it. Can he do anything? He ends up skying it far away from goal. We do have a decent amount of injuries as well. I did forget to talk about that. Echeverry also not healthy as of recent. We did get a little bit of an injury bug for a couple of our players just after the last game, which is kind of disappointing. Odegaard gets denied there. Almeida now to Lazar. Back to Capriel. Thank God Bayern Munich ceased their transfer interest on us, so we don't have to really worry about that. And I mean, it's not looking too good, but Real Madrid up 3-0 on Leipzig, so there is that chance that we can end up moving up. Didn't even really focus on Benfica either, but or any of the teams that are above us. But this, if this tie stands, we're not going to really do what we need to do. Lazar now with it. Can we get one just before halftime? Bazdar almost getting it. Ramsdale turning it away. We end up getting a corner in a good position, but we typically don't score these during the highlight, unless it is the main focus of the highlight. And Odegaard now with it. I thought that went in for a second, but we end up getting a goal kick. Real Madrid now up 4-0. At least now we're starting to show up. But we're going to have to make some adjustments at halftime because I don't really like the way that we're playing. Doesn't look like we're commanding too much. And Carlos now with it. Back to Kurodia. Kurodia with a yellow. Hopefully that's not too much of a concern. Nipin now to Almeida to Luca. Luca should be able to finish it. Manages to get in the way there. So it is a bit disappointing, but our XG is slowly going up. I mean, it's not looking too great for us, to be honest. We do get a free kick just before the half. Kurodia now with it. Oh my god, heads it away. We still have it. Diamande with it to Almeida. Back to Diamande. And nothing to it. Nipin now with it. Ends up getting slide tackled, but we end up getting the throw in. Obviously, that's going to be the end of that highlight. I mean, we need to ask for more, though. So it is kind of a disappointing half, I will say that. We're starting to play as a team, but no. Let's do that one. O'Sullivan might come in as well. We might even change away some of our tactics. I'd rather. I don't think a loss is going to drop us down too much, considering it's only 1 point. So I'd rather focus a little bit more on winning here. Because I guess we drop down to maybe just below Arsenal. There's no way that's a penalty. Oh my god, we end up conceding a penalty here. And of course this is what happens in Arsenal nature for sure. And Diamande gets a yellow for that as well. It just said that it bounced and hit a hand. Odegaard with it. We end up conceding. See, now I don't like that at all. It's just typical Arsenal fashion. Just waiting for the penalty shot there. We'll end up... let's put the hurts on them. So disappointing. Play for set pieces as well. We'll just do it in Arsenal nature here. Surprisingly, Arsenal is doing better in this than the league, though. Lazar now with it to Stannis. No, shot blocked. Thought that was for sure a goal. Get another corner here. Lazar now with it. Stannis again with it. Crosses it in. Kurodia can't quite get it properly. Goal kick. We're going to have to make some adjustments in the next little while. I mean, we are kind of doing the same thing that Arsenal's doing. Do concede a corner here. I knew that was going to go in. Is it going to count, though? It's obviously going to count. Oh, no, it doesn't. As soon as I saw that highlight, I knew for sure it was going to be a goal, though. But learn the rules. Everyone offside there. And we should have counted ourselves a little bit lucky there. Make some adjustments now. Who are we going to take off? We're going to take off Almeida. He's not really doing it for us. We'll put in a Zune, but I think we're going to switch something up here. We're going to probably put him where Pedrola is and go with 2 strikers up front. This. Put in O'Sullivan again. And then we have O'Sullivan. Yeah, there we do. So O'Sullivan's going to come up again. We might take off Nipin. Do kind of want to take off one of the people with the yellow though. Diamande's anxious apparently, but I don't quite want to take him off just yet. Basder we're going to take off. Maybe put him out right and then bring in Gelhardt. Kind of take it from there. Barcelona up 3-0. Managed to come back in one of these games. Let's see if we can do it again. Lazar with a free kick to Basdar. No one on the end of it. I don't know what's happening there. And this is the weirdest free kick that I've seen in a while. Lazar to Carlos. Oh, he's offside. Azun now with it. Runs out of bounds. That is an interesting tactic. And let's demand more again. To make some adjustments. Take some people off. Let's put in, I guess, Wharton here. Put in, who's going to be the last pick? Lazar is the only one that's really doing anything. Bazar hasn't really produced. Put in Dickens, actually. Put in Dickens for Bazar. A little bit of a gamble there, but we'll go very attacking as well. Kind of change the instruction. Time wasting, let's do... I mean, Arsenal's not Norwich, so I kind of doubt that we're going to get 2 goals here. At least if we can get the 1 and kind of show a little bit more respect, because otherwise we do drop down to 14th place. Like I said, it wasn't going to be that big of an adjustment. We do get 10 shots now. Gelhardt now with it gets fouled. Tonio just gets brushed off, so nothing really with that. Lazar now with it, and we end up losing it immediately. How is that a highlight? That's a waste of a highlight. Do have the 10 shots, 2 on target, but it does look like we're going to drop 2 games in a row to Arsenal. But I mean, I don't really count this one because it was pretty stupid. It was just a penalty shot that we then got a yellow for. And just, that's the only way that separated them between us. Because I mean, they did have chances, but I wouldn't really say that we were in like crazy danger throughout this whole game. I would say they've been more in the danger seat for sure. Gellert to Antonio to Malanka. And yeah, we're definitely going to concede here, I feel. Gelhardt now with it to Dickens. Oh my god, Dickens. I took a gamble and I lost at that one. 5 minutes extra time, but that was probably the highlight that we're going to have here. Does look like we lose this one pretty fairly, I guess. Still qualified, but it is what it is. We don't do ties in this, that's for sure. Yeah, sure, why not? Why piss them off anymore? So this does see us go down to 14th place. Still top and still above Milan, but we couldn't do it when we needed to. We could have got the easy qualification for that. So let's see what kind of money we end up getting just for even qualifying to the next stage. So it doesn't end up showing that. Let's look at any other games. I guess tomorrow's there's more games, so we can still drop more. Milan hasn't played yet. So let's do a quick click again and see what ends up happening there. And Leonardi doing pretty well on loan, I will say that. So Thompson, we're gonna have to pay anything? No. And let's see, is it gone yet? That is the question, really. No, they haven't played the game yet. Didn't really look at it. It needs to be Thursday. Just one more click, and hopefully that should show everything. But we'll end up showing who, if we end up getting anyone at the end of the trade deadline or the transfer window. And we do receive, okay, so here we are. We do receive 644K. Oh, for drawn matches? Okay, we didn't get that though. Weird. So we do drop down to 17th place though. So unfortunately AC Milan does end up getting the last laugh on us. So let's look at the rules for the next stage. For the knockouts, what do you get for that? We get 10 million. So we should be able to balance out our finances there just based on that. But let's jump to see if we can manage to get a transfer just before the end of it. So just like that, the end of the transfer window, we didn't end up really bolstering anything other than the O'Sullivan deal. Like I said before, for 26.5 million, and as you can see, he looks very, very good. He's already got 4 goals in 5 or 6 competitions, but only starting 1 in the Premier League. And then total has 5 goals in around 9 competitions, but 6 of those coming in as a sub. We did part ways though With some players, I will take a quick look at that as well. We did do a big transfer, though. We do have Parola joining us next year, which is going to be huge. He is already evaluated at 31 to 48 million, but he will be playing. He's a leading Premier League division player. He is a little bit better than Diamande as well. So even worse comes to worse, Diamande could also leave as well if he's already good enough for that. But Parola joining us will be massive for the future of this club. He is going to be commanding a decent amount of wages, though, so we do have to pay attention to that. Luduena also coming in next year. As you can see, his dribbling, first touch, and even finishing, for that matter, looks pretty good for an 18-year-old. So he will also be joining us. He's already got his first cap for his club as well, scoring on that one as well. So we do have him coming in. We did loan out Van Persie as well, but I'll give you a better look at that as well. Players that end up going, we end up sending Ed Turns on loan, but I do believe there is a possibility of him coming or joining them permanently. So optional future fee 4.1. I mean, we didn't really get him for anything, so not too bad. If we end up getting anything for him, we'll be extremely happy. Norbe ends up leaving as well on a loan fee. We do think that he might end up leaving. Optional future fee 625k. I can't remember exactly how much we gave up for him. Oh no, that wasn't us. We ended up giving up 130k. So if we can manage to even get any of that back, we'll be happy. But we're already getting a decent amount for him just going on loan regardless. So couldn't be happier with that. Nuosu also on loan. I don't think he's commanding a future fee as well. 4 million actually. So we got him for free as well. So if he ends up joining them permanently, I mean, we would be set up pretty well. But if not, he does get a solid loan opportunity as well. And then Fedorchenko just going on a standard loan. I don't think there's anything in there for it. No. So there's nothing in there. We did extend him as well. So he's going to be with us for the foreseeable future. But a good chance to get a decent amount of loan exposure there as well. We did end up drawing Barcelona in the knockout phase. So we'll do like what we did last year. We'll come back for the second leg of that, and then we'll probably come back for either Wolves or Brighton. So we'll kind of finish out that the month of February, and then kind of see where we are with that. And hopefully we're still at the top of the Premier League, and hopefully we manage to at least get the result at home before facing off Barcelona away from home. But hopefully you guys like it. Leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and thank you for watching. Until next time.